Hi, I'm Gabriel Deukmaji, the renovation specialist on the CitySmartLiving team, and I'm here to talk with you a little bit today about mechanical rooms in your home and the systems that live there. So we actually have a great example here behind us. This is an electric heat pump system for the heating and cooling in this home, coupled with a forced air system, so air moving through ducts is what controls the temperature of the house, as well as an electric hot water heater that has a tank. So there's a lot of different versions of the utility room that you'll see in different houses and condos, and it actually is really important to know some of the differences between each type of system so that you can really understand what you're dealing with. So we'll actually share with you a couple of different ones that we've seen, and we'll talk about some of the differences between them. So this one is kind of the most conventional setup that you would see in a single family home or townhome. What it is it's the forced air system. So this is the air handling unit as well as the heat exchanger, all in one thing. So if you were to look at this in a really simple way, this is basically just a giant air conditioning system. What makes it work as a heater is actually a valve control that changes the direction of the flow of the coolant, and a different system in the outdoor compressor that makes the outdoor compressor much more expensive. But what it is a heat pump system. Very, very good, efficient way of controlling the temperature of your home. It's only usable kind of in the mid-Atlantic and south. You won't see heat pump systems, at least not right now, where the winters get too cold. Just because they're not very effective as the weather gets very cold, they become very expensive to operate. But this is an electric heat pump system, and is actually a brand new one that's just been installed in this home that we're renovating right now. And this is a brand new water heater as well. But some important things to understand about how it all comes together is your HVAC system is going to have an air return from somewhere. One of the biggest mistakes that my clients make is they think that the reason why the air conditioning system or the heat system in a home is ineffective is because there's not enough vents blowing air out. That's a major misconstrued fact. Actually, the return system of air in the house is almost as important, if not more important. Basically, if your heat system is not pulling that hot air that rose naturally through your home out from the top level and pulling it back down and recycling it, then that heat is just sitting up at the top of your house and the lowest level of your home is just being cold. So you kind of want that perpetual cycle. That works against you in the summertime, right? If you have a 3-level home with one zone, kind of like this one, you'll have a hot upstairs and a cold downstairs if you don't have hot air returns in the right places. So what you want to do is you need to displace that hot air and replace it with cool air in the summertime. And then in the wintertime, you're kind of looking to circulate that warm air through the rest of the house, diffuse it and make it even. So it's important to understand how the returns are set up in your home, and it's important to make sure that they haven't been blocked off over the years. A lot of times during renovations, these return air systems become inconvenient for whoever's renovating the house. I know I've run into it a number of times with projects that I've been working on for myself and for my investors, where there's an air return in the worst place you could possibly imagine. I'll actually show you one on another project that we're working on now as well. But it's just an example of the things to keep an eye out for, because an unscrupulous renovator will just skip right over that, close that thing off, and create you a problem to deal with down the road. The return system comes in, and then you're going to have, actually this is the out. The return system comes in, it's going to go into the bottom here, and then the fan is going to blow the air across the coils. It's going to go through a filter. Bear in mind, you need to consistently replace your filters. Every 30 days is good. You don't need the highest end filters in order to maintain a system like this, but you do need to change them frequently. You could buy the cheapest filter, change it every 30 days, and be just as well off as the guy who spent 3 times as much on the more expensive filters. But the air is going to go across that heat exchanger. This is where the heat exchange is going to happen. And then the temperature air that you want, either warm for the winter or cool for the summer, is going to be going up this way through the distribution channels in the house. And that's where you're going to get the stuff that comes out from the vents that you're actually living in. So that's the basics of a forced air system, and hopefully that was helpful for you. Don't hesitate to give us a call or comment below with any questions. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and like us here on YouTube. Thanks so much, and this is Gabriel Deukmaji for City Smart Living.